good mythical weekend. How cool were you in high school? And would you let these people decide? This is Show Me You're Cool. Please welcome our very special guest, Mamrie Hart. Hey,
I'm so excited
that
you're here.
Me too. I'm so excited to be in the same room with you because so many people think we're the same person.
Do they?
A lot of people.
That is very flattering.
I know.
It's because we're tall and hot.
There we go.
Well, honestly, they might have a point. I've never seen the two of you in the same place before.
Well, actually, you have.
That would be today.
Jordan goes,
All right, you got me. All right.
Okay, here's how this is going to work. We have all prepared PowerPoint presentations showcasing just how cool we were in high school. And I'm going to go first. I'm going to present High School Stevie to y'all. And then you're going to grade from A to F, A being cool, F being not cool. And then at the end, we're going to see, like, definitively who the coolest one in high school was.
this doesn't have to do with how cool you are now.
Yeah.
Listen, I think we're all cool, so we're going to be grading on a curve.
Okay, great. Yeah. That's why we invited you here today. Okay, here we go. This is my name.
Okay.
The first slide is the worst. I already know this. I would like to say this is my freshman year yearbook photo. I am not high. I am not high. I was very sober, a good kid. These are braces.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Hollister shirt.
Oh, yeah.
It's giving polo, but not quite.
Yeah.
Oops.
I feel like if there could be a word bubble coming out of that photo, it would be, do you want to see my bug collection?
Yeah. Oh, keep in mind, this is like all closeted. Everything is going to be a layer of insecurity and lies. So this is trying to give not gay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Did you practice this smile
No.
in the mirror?
Well, when you have braces, you're not practicing many things.
You're trying to keep it closed, but just a little bit of a smile.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
Yeah. Honestly, it feels like you were trying to smize. You know?
Yeah.
It has that energy.
It was of the America's Next Top
Yes,
Model
yes,
era.
very that.
Yeah,
Okay.
you looked like you were giving bedroom eyes, but it looked like you might be asleep instead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a little math question.
Oh.
GPA.
Yes.
5.024. A 4.0 is the highest GPA,
Okay,
right?
No, it's
so,
not.
honors.
so yes,
Oh,
yes.
honors.
You're pointing out that this slide says academics, which is great because I took a lot of AP and IB courses, and so you have like regular and honors, but then the AP IB are worth more points. So that's why this is like this. And I wanted to balance out the way I look here with saying I was number 10 in my class.
Nice.
And in academics.
In academics.
Okay. Not number 10
Not
overall.
in looks, and not in straightness. You know what I mean?
Top 10 straightest girls at school.
For sure.
That's gonna be
Top
huge.
10 straightest girls at school. Okay, extracurriculars. We're going drama stuff, so some plays and musicals, but I was not necessarily a drama kid because I was also scared of them.
Spoiler alert for my slideshow, I was also in Our Town.
Oh!
Who were you in Our Town?
I feel as if my name was Rebecca, but I don't remember the play. Okay. Great. Yes. Then, some other nerd stuff in here. Oh, Jewish Youth Group, got a shout out, BBYO. And worked at Build-A-Bear. This is senior year. Obviously, this is me graduating. So this is the transformation that we're seeing. This is Nagin. And if you are interested in a podcast all about high school, please check out Best Friends Back All Right. It's a mythical podcast that I canceled. But I've been told it was good and fun. So if you're looking for something to listen to, Best Friends Back All Right, everywhere you get your podcasts. Okay, let's move back. We've already spent too long on this. You can see here that I'm straight, and also you can see this popped collar. This is a senior year photo.
Prestige.
Also, at one point my junior year, I dyed my hair dark brown and then tried to dye it back to my normal color, and then this is what happened. And then
In that photo, you look like somebody who gets killed in an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
That's that's kind of cool.
Yeah, no, not a dig. I'm just making an observation.
Yeah, I like that. And then these are, the go-to stores of the time. I needed to make sure that we understood outlet for certain things. I always love a good deal. Also, Hollister and Abercrombie on sale, but also very scary to go into those places.
They're dark.
They're dark.
Very low lighting.
but
And
also
they're full
the cool
of men
factor.
with no shirts, so I get it on your
Yes.
behalf.
That too. Now to social life. Boys on my wall, I'd like to say.
Who were some of the boys?
What's his name? Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Of course, JT.
Yes.
Eric Von Detten. These are all like deep cut, like pretty boys, What's the name of the guy?
I don't think JTT is a deep cut boy. I think he was one of the primary boys of the 90s.
We all had a thing for him.
He was one of the main boys.
Yeah.
Devin Sawa?
Devin Sawa. And the guy, Kevin Zegers, who was in Air Bud. And then he's also on Gossip Girl.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Pretty. And then, here's actually correct. In practice, not that exciting. The dude abroad was because all the other girls were like, oh, he's cute. And I was like, well, okay, great. This will be brief. And then the dude to make friend jealous, I apologized on my podcast, Best Friends Back All Right, for doing this, but she just really liked him. And then the secret girlfriend was just, like a friend that you say, I love you to, and you kiss and you hold hands, but she's straight. So,
You adopt a couple of dogs together.
Yeah.
Friend stuff.
Yeah. Friend group. Preppy. I don't know.
No, that tracks. Preppy's,
Yeah.
Preppy's
No, that
seems
feels right.
Preppy's
Right.
Just based on the picture.
Oh, this is a spray tan. I would like to point out, spray tans were very in, and I got one. Oh, but you know what? The photo looks a little. You can't see how. I'm really tan in this photo.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
I'm
I'm
really
not
tan.
seeing it, but I believe you. I was like,
I
what
swear.
color are you now?
In actuality, I'm tan. I'm tan in that
Also,
photo.
the dress is like, it's either seashell tits or spiderweb tits. I can't figure out the pattern on which one.
I think it's spider tits.
Spider tits.
Yeah. This is my party story. So basically, I only threw one party in all of high school, and there weren't that many people there because I only invited like 10 people. And my friend's older sister got us Smirnoff vodka because it's the best. And I didn't know how drinking really worked, so I took like 7, 8, 9 shots pretty early in the night.
Dang!
And then my other friend got there, and he was like, I brought weed. And I was like, weed? No! I was
It's a
like,
gateway drug. We're all going to be on heroin by the end of the night.
I was like,
Get outta
absolutely
here.
not. We can't be caught with this. I would never. And he was like, it's okay. I'll go smoke it outside. And I was like, no, please. I don't want anyone to see or hear or smell pot. And so I was really upset. And then I ran to the top of my stairs in a fit of being upset. And when I got to the top of my stairs, I realized, I need to barf everywhere for the rest of the night. So that was the remainder of my party, was just getting sick for the rest of the night. And that's how you party. And then finally, whew, thank God.
Thank God.
And to be clear, you've seen it. You saw the freshman year photo. Let's just, while you're grading me. Okay.
I mean, I think what we see here, and what makes this kind of difficult, is there's a lot of contradictions. There are some things here that are very classically cool, and some things that are very classically nerd. I think your clothes were that of a cool kid.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, like dorky now that we're looking back on them in 2025, but I think at the time that was like what a cool kid wore.
Yeah.
And I think you looked cool.
And also, spider tits, you had a rack on you.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, like, out of the gate, the rack brings you up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Those points.
Yeah.
For sure.
And things like, you went to dances, you went abroad. That's like a cool thing
That is
that a
cool.
kid does.
Back in the day, what am I doing? It was cool to be smart, I feel like. It was like if you were a smart girl who was also hot and had like cool clothes and stuff, you were the girl that I wanted to be.
Are we healing your inner child?
I'm just saying, you were, to me personally, looking back, that's a cool girl that I would have wanted to hang out with.
Yeah.
Aw, that means a lot.
All
Yeah,
of
that's
the
true.
pictures, I feel, are like the kind of photos that if you went missing, people were gonna find you.
Yeah, for sure.
All of the photos are like, we gotta find this girl. Like,
We're gonna have 9 episodes of Dateline dedicated
like,
to you.
You know, we're zooming in on this one. It's like, Stevie was was a brilliant child. Like, yeah.
Thanks.
I've got mine.
I think I'm comfortable with where I'm at.
Yep.
Okay, all right, let's see it. Let's go down.
I gave you a B.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay.
Yeah, I think because of the collision of cool stuff and nerd stuff, I think it's an even C.
Okay, all right.
B minus.
Nice. Okay.
It's a B. Just
Nice.
because you didn't do much of the partying thing.
No,
You're kind
I
of
was
a narc.
really good.
So that was it.
Well, yeah.
Kind of killed the vibe.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I feel this is right. And Rachel, you're up next.
All right. Yes. Okay, so here it is. That's my name.
There we go.
That's the beautiful place to start. Okay, yep, academic. Yay, that's me. That's me at the end of school. So that's senior year. Those are maybe some awards that I got.
You got a brooch. Teen girl with a brooch.
I did. I loved a brooch. And I also loved the side part at that time. That's a letter that my mom got from Obama. Like she wrote to Obama, and then he could have sent anybody a letter. No, he didn't even sign it. You know what I mean? But it's from him. So
What is the content of the letter?
he's just like, you really killed it at school. Like, you did your thing, Rachel. You're awesome. We need more people like you. And I was like, you don't even know me. Maybe we need less like me. Oh yeah, I had a 4.72, so not as smart, But I signed up for a lot of AP classes that I was bad at.
This is above a 4.0, which I was under the impression was the highest you can get.
Yeah.
We've gone.
I mean, you're not into the fives.
No, I'm not in the fives. No. So for extracurriculars, I was in the church choir. I was very much in church. I was in the church praise dance team, liturgical dance, if y'all are familiar. Wow. I was in the Key Club, National Honor Society, and then Thespian Society. I was in theater. I was a big theater nerd. I was a big theater
that's
kid.
gonna be a
I
common-
think.
I forgot about the International Thespian Society. I was definitely in that as well.
Yes.
For church choir / liturgical dance team.
Totally.
Did you have like a big number or a signature song or something that like
Pony by Genuine.
No, not necessarily. We would do a new dance, like I would say once a month.
Oh, a
Oh,
new.
new.
I had that moment as well.
I think maybe
Garden
some
of
people
Eden.
heard nude dance.
Oh,
And-
Yeah, my little teen body just naked for Jesus. Keep it in.
Yeah.
My little teen body naked for Jesus.
Yeah.
Get Judy Blume out here. That's a book.
Now that's a book. Okay, too much. This is sort of
Whoa.
an earlier time,
Braces.
big time braces. I was often actually at the Limited because my older cousin worked at the Limited, so she got a discount.
Yeah.
So I was also frequently in a peplum top.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay, this is casual at the aquarium. Some more style things. A lot of pearls. I would often be wearing a heel. Fun fact, that photo of me on that weird little slide, still my Google photo. I can't figure out how to change it.
It's really cute. Is that a
I
swimsuit?
like this. I like this get up.
So cute.
Okay, social life, yes. Got a driver's license at 17. I learned how to drive from my parents doing driver's ed in a box, which is something I learned no one has outside of Texas. And driver's ed in a box is essentially they send you truly a box and it's like, your parents teach you, go ahead. And then they administer the test. That's how I learned how to
I
drive.
thought you were pretending a car was a box, like a box was a car.
Like you get a paper plane. Is this why there's so many vehicular deaths in Texas?
Just a
because the
piece
kids
of
are just
paper
driving
that
boxes
they fill
around?
out.
No, it's a box full of stuff. It's like a box full of like, here's what you do and videos and instructions. But it's all led by your parents.
This is a dance photo we're seeing. Is that a limo? Did you
it
guys go
was.
to the dance in a limo?
That was prom. That was my
Very
junior
nice.
prom.
That's for cool.
Yeah.
Very how to lose a guy in 10 days dress. Very cool dress.
The short-lived boyfriend.
Yeah.
Now he passed away. How did he die?
He's dead to me.
Thank you.
it was short. He was sort of a little Mormon, but not fully. And it just didn't work out. Yeah.
What year was that?
That was senior year. I was really feeling thirsty to get someone before I went to college. That sounds bad, but I didn't want to kiss somebody for the first time in college. All right, the theater kids. I was in theater.
Taylor Swift?
Is that Chapel Roan?
Guys, don't worry about it. Yeah, it's Chapel Roan. I just graduated. I just graduated yesterday. That's my friend. But yeah, and then all the nerdy black kids. It's kind of us there. That was kind of my crew, just being loud and weird. So this embarrassing moment is, it kind of actually started in middle school. I did a performance to Toxic that was a lip sync, and it was because I wasn't prepared for theater one day, and people really enjoyed it. And so then they asked me to do it at birthday parties, and so I started doing it, and the parents were like, "Why is she being so sexual with our children?" Because I was really rolling on the floor at like 12 and like throwing it back, and they were like, "This is really weird," and all of the boys would run away, and I loved it. Anyways, in high school, I started doing it to My Chemical Romance songs. Yes. And I remember I did my last one probably in Spanish class when it kind of got a pretty tepid response. Because I think everyone was like, "Why are you doing that?" And I was like, "I really don't know." No.
Wait, was it related to Spanish class,
At all?
Okay, whose side are you on?
Was it Enrique?
What do you guys want from me? Okay.
We're just confused.
Spanish class ended. I cue up My Chemical Romance on the iPod, and I go to town. Okay. And that's it.
Amazing.
Oh man.
Oh,
I think this is a pretty easy one for me. Listen, I do think there are some classic nerd things going on. Totally. The above the 4.0 GPA, theater stuff, etc. But I think there are a lot of trappings of a classic cool kid here. Limo at prom. So I think lip sync, I'm going to make a case for, is the kind of performance cool kids did in high school. Now, you offset it with theater. Which,
investigation.
What?
So in my experience, there was like...
I know what you mean.
There was like a lip sync show, and it was what all of the sporty kids did.
They called it the Milli Vanilli show at my high school.
That was a fun topical reference at the time. Yeah. We are older than you. But I do think lip syncing, although, doing it in class is one thing, but I do think that kind of lip syncing was something that cool kids did
at a time
to perform. Anyway.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, y'all are ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll go down the line.
I'm gonna give you a solid B.
Okay.
A lot of what you showed and spoke about really resonated with me in my high school experience. So it was pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah, some points docked for theater, for GPA.
What is going on?
But isn't it good? Don't we want to be cool? Is that not the game?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a B.
Oh. I didn't know where.
A B as well.
Wow.
Yeah, because of the lip syncing. Because if you had the confidence to do that, then I think you were actually at a cooler status than you're giving yourself credit
Wow. Okay.
That brooch.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. There were some old lady things going on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The pearls.
Yes.
for. She was hanging out with the alto section.
I have something makes me feel like you would not like me in high school, that it would have been like, ew, this girl's trash. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like you're right about the lip syncing thing. That is a cool kid thing. Honestly, the balls to do that is pretty cool. You're very beautiful, though, also.
Yeah.
That is a cool point. But you ruined it with pearl necklaces and brooches. So it's like you couldn't even see how pretty you were.
All right. Mamrie, you're up next.
Okay, well, my name is Mamrie. And I had a much different high school experience than you guys. Let me just preface this with, I grew up in a town with one stoplight, so we had to make our own fun. Okay? I don't even know what I turned in. Like, I didn't do the homework for this presentation, if that gives you any indication.
GPA already questionable.
Well, however, I had the same exact GPA as you.
Everybody's so smart.
Okay. taking AP courses. This is me on the homecoming court.
Wow.
Always on it, never a winner, but feeling pretty good in my business casual from Belk's. I was an American All-Star cheerleader. Wow. Thank you so much. Very flexible. Very flexible. Show choir. I was the only white girl on the step team.
Wow.
And I do get drunk and still break out the routine quite regularly these days.
Can we get some fireball in here? Can we get some fireball? I think we all want to see
Let's
it.
go. I was in plays as well, theater kids. I was in Steel Magnolias as Shelby. And my diabetic seizure was so convincing, someone tried to stop the play.
Oh my God.
The thought of high school kids doing Steel Magnolias is hilarious.
Yep.
It's so inappropriate.
Just me.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it was perfect. And then I was also starred in Gypsy, which is great in theory, but then I was just stripping in front of my whole school. It is a story
I'm hearing
about
a lot of
burlesque.
starred in.
Yeah,
This
so,
is
I mean-
lot of I starred in.
So I think you can offset drama club when you star in
Yeah,
the
you can.
play, because
Well,
I think
Also, when you're a cheerleader,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
come
Guys,
on.
they
And the
gave me
only
a-
white girl on the step team. Come on.
It was good. It was good. I did color guard.
Uh-oh.
Well, my dance teacher, because I also danced at a dance studio, she was the head of the color guard, so I felt pressured to do it my freshman and sophomore year. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, okay. This is just a normal, typical Friday night. We hung out at the McDonald's parking lot because the rednecks hung out at the Kmart parking lot. The McDonald's was the cool one. A truck drove past and some power tools fell off of the back. So I swiftly grabbed them and sold them.
Amazing.
And we threw a party
you
with the
swiftly
proceeds.
sold them. How long did it take you to sell them?
Well, this was before Craigslist. We had to just kind of go around and be like, who's in the market for a jigsaw,
right.
you know?
Before people were buried in their phones.
There
you
we go.
Sold
Power
stolen
tools.
power tools face to face. Touch grass, everybody.
To strangers?
You know, we heard whose older boyfriend was in construction, that kind of thing. But I was arrested my senior year when a group of us were going to just roll the school courtyard. Classic, just toilet paper. Nothing great, chalk, seniors rule type of thing. And a cop rolled up and we got arrested and thrown in the back of a paddy wagon, taken to jail. They had to have our parents pick us up. My mother's an insomniac and takes really heavy medication. So I got to drive home. I thought I got scot-free. Next day, called into the principal's office. They took away my singing solo at graduation.
Oh my God.
What I'm hearing is
Rolling?
singing solo.
Yeah. I think let's make up for that right now. Hit it.
And it was the Tarzan Phil Collins song.
No.
Wow.
So we'll have to sing something in the public domain now.
Wait, that is so stupid.
And
I'm
then-
so angry for
Thank you. They gave me 20 hours community service. And one of the things I had to do was wake up the next day after graduation and stack all the chairs.
But you're already graduated. It was the cops. Yeah.
Okay, so I shopped at Abercrombie and Fitch.
Okay.
No, I shoplifted.
How did you shop there? Because you had one stoplight. Y'all had an Abercrombie?
No. We had cars and you had to drive about 45 minutes.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah.
What was the most expensive thing you ever shoplifted?
Like a $400 jacket. Woo! Guys, I'm not proud of it, but I do have some good pointers. Never got caught, thank God. I should have been in trouble, but so yeah. This was dressed as a celebrity day, and so I was Cher from Clueless. You can't see. My friend Pia was Erykah Badu. We were. That's not my normal look. This was as an American All-Star cheerleader. I went to London for the 2000 New Year's parade and marched in it. So looking pretty cool. Let's see what else we got. Oh, I did have a jam band.
Talk about the jam band face.
Yeah, I had a jam band face. That was directly correlated with a boyfriend. You know what I mean? So I was going to see String Cheese Incident and wearing long skirts and some crystals.
I think this is important here when we're judging coolness.
Yeah.
At these jam band concerts, were you experimenting with drugs?
I was only drinking.
Okay.
I did not smoke weed till college, I must admit. Take that into your judging.
Cool.
Because being
Cool
arrested
kid would have
wasn't cool
dropped
enough?
acid. I'm sorry.
Okay, driver's license.
Oh my God,
at
what happened to your
16.
eye?
This was Halloween. You guys, I did not understand this slideshow. Did you know? This was the first time me and my friends parlayed into sexy Halloween. So we have like a Playboy bunny, etc. And I was wearing what was Britney Spears in the red?
Oops, I did it again.
Oops, I did it again. I had on a leopard jacket, and then at the last minute, I got self-conscious and was like, "This isn't goofy enough," and took an eyeliner and X'd out my tooth and my eyeball.
But not a Britney Spears reference.
No.
just sorta
just a hot
keeping them
girl
on
who
their
fell
toes.
down.
Hot girl who fell down.
You know,
classic.
significant others, about 3, 2 real ones, 1 short-lived one. It was during the phase where like goggles were popular, so I don't really claim him. Okay, social life, popular, sorry. I was popular. I got class actor, but let me explain the photo. So I thought I was gonna sweep everything. I thought I was gonna get most likely to succeed, best looking, funniest, all of them. I got nothing. So my best friend was the yearbook editor and just made one up for me. But we didn't have our photo together. So they just literally cut a photo of me sitting on my bed, cut my ass off. I look highly deformed. and my friend Ricky, and they just stuck us in as class actor.
Okay.
Wasn't a category that was ever voted on.
I love it.
Here's me at prom, looking great. That was our
Okay,
signature
we were talking about
pose.
racks earlier. Yeah. Dang.
Well, to be fair, I ordered this prom dress because you had to order them like months in advance. And I was like, well, I'm going to lose 10 pounds by the time. So I ordered a size down. By the time it came in, I'd gained weight. So I had like a team of 3 have to like sew in panels. So that's why the boobs were looking rich right there. Let's see. Embarrassing moment, getting an infected belly piercing. That was at senior week at Myrtle Beach. We got kicked out of our motel after night 1, so we lived out of a car for a while, and I just got my belly pierced for the trip. Best actress by pity, and I think that's it. Wow. So that's the vibe.
This is easy. This is
for
easy.
sure.
And I think we need to point to all the trouble. We need to point to the arrested. We need to point to all the shoplifting and stuff. These are cool kids.
Are
Yeah.
they cool?
Yeah.
Yes. These are classic
everything that you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a Texas cool kid.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. They're making movies about this kind of thing.
I might not have won Best Actress, but this is a big moment for me.
You had someone love you so
Right.
much that they created a whole category just for you. What's cooler than that?
Yeah, that's true.
Thanks, guys. This means a lot.
You've done it.
Yeah.
You've really done it.
Did you hear that?
All right, Mamrie, you got A's across the board. I believe that's a 4.0. But as we've learned today, there's more than a 4.0 out there. And I'm about to get it. Yeah, that's right. It's time for Jordan. Okay, high school. Academics. 3.5. I thought that was pretty good. Apparently it wasn't. Apparently you can get a 9.10. So 3.5, all right. Pretty good language skills. Not great with math. Not great with foreign languages. Had some attention span issues. Doesn't mean I wasn't cool. Extracurriculars, drama club. Let's go down the plays. Our town. I was Doc Gibbs. Yeah, that's
Heck
right.
yeah.
The town doctor. I painted on crow's feet to look old. I did my own. That's cool. Musicals. The Secret Garden. The Boyfriend. Noises off. I got to do a little British accent. You know this. Look at me, asshole. Love to do a British accent at
Do
school.
it right now.
Oh, you mean this one, milady? Jordan had to step out to the lorry. I'm his good friend from the British Isles. I am. Thank you. And the improv group. I know what you're saying. This guy with 2 podcasts and a lot of Godzilla shirts was on the improv team. Yeah, he was. Swimming, did a little swimming. I made sure to keep athletics in the picture, even though I was very busy with improv and plays. Church youth group. Yeah, what's cooler than a guy who loves the Lord? The answer? Nothing. And of course, I won Best Monologue in a Drama competition.
What was the monologue?
You know those little books they give you, like monologues for teens,
Yes.
and they're not from anything, but it's like a kid going like, "You're always fake smoking a cigarette. You're always fake
Yes.
smoking a cigarette," which I had done, so I knew how to fake smoke it. So it was always like, I mean, I don't think I want my mom's life. It's like that. It was one of those. I was like Bryce or something.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What's happening? What's going on
Yeah,
visually?
so this is a school dance, and as I mentioned, I was in the drama club, and when we went to dances, we would wear our costumes from the play.
Stop it.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Really?
Cool. Not annoying at all.
What is the hat? Is it a feather?
This was maybe from when we did Shakespeare. This was maybe a costume from the Scottish play, which as a drama kid, I know you can't say the name of the Scottish play. For tragedy may befall you. It's Macbeth. Style.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That guy's cool.
Yeah, I know. So this is all thrifted, big thrift shop guy. This is the mid-90s.
Birkenstock sandals with socks.
With socks, thank you. And I don't know if you can see on the other side, big old wallet chain, big wallet chain here. You know, and I think I wanted people to think I was random. That was my thing. I'm like, this guy's random. So it's like,
That was cool, though.
I know, it was cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, self-consciously random. I mentioned it. I was fun. It's what you call yourself when you kind of want to be funny, but you don't know what a joke is. So you just act weird, and you're like, I'm random. And everyone loves it, and no one's annoyed by you.
Big tongue out guy.
Yeah, big tongue out guy. I think I, was maybe self-conscious about having my picture taken, so I would always do something funny. I think it's a thank you. I do look cool here.
He was made for thumbnail photos.
Thank you. Yes, I know exactly.
Day
like, yeah, I ate everything at the Cheesecake Factory.
So random.
10 million views. Random. And yeah, I think it's worth mentioning this is the mid-90s in Orange County, California.
Wow.
Skate punk, huge. The ska revival. Going strong. Guess who was into that? Yeah, this guy. I bought a pair of bowling shoes at a thrift shop.
Nice.
Wore them to school as regular shoes. There is no grip on the bottom of bowling shoes. So I fell down the stairs. Did I stop wearing them? No. Cool kids get hurt and keep doing the same thing over and over again because they're committed to being, say it with me, random,
Yes,
which is
random.
good. Social life, driver's license, 16, another tongue out there. Orange County, Southern California, big car culture, so driver's license, you had to have one. Significant others, one, senior year, first girlfriend. Again, as I mentioned, youth group kids, so I didn't want to get too involved with girls, lest I sin. Friend group, of course, you got the drama kids, you got the punk rock kids, and of course, the Christian youth group kids. Are there 3 cooler groups of kids at a school? No. Voted. Again, we have a costume from a play at a dance.
Oh my God.
Costume from a play at a
How did you
dance.
get your hair like that with one little curl?
That's
up front?
probably LA Looks Gel. I would guess that is LA Looks Gel. The coolest gel. Best hair. Homecoming King, it's a thing. So, I will say I was voted Homecoming King. You could stop listening now and just give me your A's. Because I need them.
That's
But
cool.
I learned later in life that the homecoming election was rigged in my favor. A guy contacted me after we had graduated, and he said, hey, remember how you won Homecoming King? You didn't. We rigged it. Somebody else won. And I found someone who worked in the office at my high school reunion, and I asked, is that true? Did that happen? And she's like, yeah, we totally did it. And I said, why? Why did you do it? And she was drunk, and she just goes, because we could. So it was just a joker who loved chaos in the office. The real winner, she told me, was Scott Chio. Scott Chio, you're the rightful homecoming king. If you're watching, Scott, that crown was yours. Now, why did they do that? It could be 2 things. 1, because they actually liked me and they thought I was cool and deserved to win. 2, they were making fun of me. Let's go with it was the cool one, and they liked me.
Yes.
And it wasn't a big old...
I want to beat people up.
Wait. You got sent to Disney jail?
Oh, yeah. So, again, random. We were on a trip to Disneyland, and here was our thing. This is great. You would love this and not hate me. We would carry bubble pipes around with us and pretend we were smoking them in public. And they saw us at Disneyland, and they thought they were real pipes. And they took us to a little area outside Disneyland. That's a jail. And when then they saw they were bubble pipes, they let us go.
Basically the same arrest story as me.
Thank you. Yes, again, two troublemakers, both equally cool, both detained for real reasons. What 2 cool dudes. And that
Way to go.
is me. You may present me your A's, for I was cool.
Well, there is something cool in the energy. This is hard.
This is tough.
This one's
That's
tough.
tough.
I don't think it is.
I think
Disagree.
I'm battling with what I think is cool now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Versus
because
what I would
now
have done
this is very cool.
Yeah.
This is a character in like a John Hughes movie. Like he's.
Yeah.
But was Ducky cool?
Was that cool then?
I don't know why we're taking this long. How long does it take to write an A? It doesn't take that long to write A.
That's my biggest struggle is like if it was like me today, A for sure, A plus maybe even because the hair. But I'm thinking about then. I'm thinking about me then. I'm thinking
have
about.
to.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with a C plus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with C plus.
Okay. Rigged like a certain other election, I remember.
Well, I am happy to present a B plus.
Okay.
I think the punk and the thrifting was very cool. Points deducted for too much Jesus for my personal taste.
Oh yeah.
Fair.
But I like the overall look.
Okay, thank you.
I went with a B. Okay. Just sort of steady right in the middle, And again, if it were today, I might give you a little more. But I think for school times,
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Thank you.
Oh, Jordan.
Yeah.
I gave you a C. We would have hung out for sure, but the feather cap at the school dance. Wow.
Yeah.
Most of my stuff is fashion related. Isn't this crazy? I don't like, who cares? And then going to Disney jail for a bubble pipe. I mean,
Yeah. I was doing some posturing there. I know how that all sounds. I get it.
I love how he was like, you didn't even drop acid at these shows, and you got arrested for a bubble pop.
Oh, don't point out inconsistencies.
so yeah, that's how I feel about that.
As cool gals,
Right.
grown-up gals, we would see this teenager and think he was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, for what that's worth.
Thank you. Oh, I should probably introduce. It feels like we're done. All right, last final contestant, Emily Fleming. Emily Fleming.
All right. This me. All right, I had 2.45. Did you know it could go that low? I too had attention issues. Some are worse than others, I guess.
You have Stevie's GPA, but backwards.
I know.
You read it the other way. That's Stevie's GPA.
Listen, I will say this. By my senior year, I was finally diagnosed with ADHD and got the medication I needed, and I got it up to a 2.75. So, all right. So I went to Catholic school, not Catholic. I got in trouble in public school, in middle school, and my mom worked at the Catholic school and said, you got to go here. And so I did. And
Do you want to elaborate on this trouble you got in?
I wore a red bandana to school in the 8th grade, and there was a zero tolerance policy that was happening with gang-related symbols. So I was handcuffed because I guess I'm in the Bloods.
Where did you grow up?
right, yeah.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Home of the Bloods and the Crips, yes. We know.
Also, note the WWJD bracelet on the ankle.
Oh.
That's right. Slept for Jesus. Wow. Okay. I played volleyball. Played varsity. I also played travel volleyball all year. I was very into volleyball. Forensics, public speaking competitions. That's what forensics is. Theater, mock trial. Did that for a while. That was fun. Church choir. And then I won this fine arts award at graduation that I did not know I was going to win. And that was the day I had alcohol for the first time because I had terrible period cramps and my grandmother made me a hot toddy. Yes. And I didn't know alcohol was in there. And then I'm like schwasty in like the seat at the Grand Ole Opry because that's where we graduated from. And they called my name for an award and my shoes were off. And I was like, kind of had to get my shoes on and be like, what? So, yeah, won that award.
I assume this is a play photo.
I was Marion Peru in The Music Man, so I was the lead in that one.
I think we're gonna have to note that.
This was my boyfriend in high school senior year. He was really great, but he was very Catholic and the oldest of 6 kids, and it just wasn't gonna work out.
Follow-up question: how many trombones led the big parade?
76.
76. Okay. Wait.
Yep. So there's that. I would shop at this place. Thanks. So I'm wearing jewelry that I made Nothing's changed. But yeah, I would get stuff at this store, Pangea, which is R.I.P. It was in Nashville, really cool. Kind of a anthropology vibe. But I didn't get to wear a lot of clothes, like that. I was wearing uniforms.
Oh, yeah.
I was wearing uniforms.
Right.
A lot. So I got to do that.
This is a senior year photo?
Senior photo, yep.
And for the Catholic school.
Yeah.
So they were like, you can wear whatever you want.
Yes.
Because
You got
you're
that.
showing some skin.
I know. This
Yeah.
is, I don't know. I guess I just didn't have pubes that high then.
I don't. I don't think that's what anyone was.
You do
Oh
now?
yeah, I got them lower too. They just keep going. They're going like this. Soon I'll just be a pube monster.
Spread it like Pangea.
Pube monster.
Yeah, like that monster Bugs Bunny runs away from.
Yes,
With the
and that-
sneakers.
but they're not red. This is fake. And then this is my prom dress. It was like my mom's friend's mother. It's from the 40s. It's like an old, really pretty red. Loved it. I got my driver's license at 17. I didn't want to drive. I hated it. I still don't drive. Hated it. So I just put it off as much as possible. I also failed the driver's test 3 times. Significant others, I think it was 7. I had a couple secret ones. I probably had 2 at the same time a few times. I'm a bad person then.
I'm a bad person then.
Yeah. But I had this secret boyfriend that I wasn't supposed to be dating that was in my youth group that I would sneak around with.
Why? Why?
He was older.
Oh.
And my
How?
parents.
Yeah.
Eagle older?
Was he in the youth group?
Right.
Yes, he was in the youth
okay.
group, but he was like
Considered a youth
4.
group.
Was he
He was a
leading the youth group?
No, but I think he is a youth pastor now. My parents played his wedding. They were the band.
Your parents are in a band?
My dad is, but my parents also play music together.
Okay,
And-
that's kind of cool.
Dad in the bands,
Pretty
I
cool.
know.
Anyway, so I think it was 7, but I had the secret boyfriend. But then it was like we both were like, okay, we will be in love with each other, but we can have other.
Oh, you were poly?
Well, we didn't tell the people we were dating that we were secretly together. So we lost our virginities to totally different people and then told each other about it.
Oh.
Wow.
It's kind of weird. I was in an improv group that was at Rocket Town. We had there was an improv troupe called Fists of Funk. And
Fists?
no, we just had a fist that was in a star, and we would do short form in malls. All right. So I got most talented.
Nice.
I won that Fine Arts Award where I was drunk, and I went and got that award. But I didn't drink at all in high school. I didn't smoke marijuana. Or can I say that? I did not garden, and I did not drink in high school. I was a good kid, except for my grandmother was a pusher,
Yeah.
She was getting
Was
me
most
drunk.
talented, was that a made-up category?
No, not a made-up category.
I won best. Best kid.
Yeah.
Let's get to what we want to get to.
All
Why
right.
you got so many UTIs?
Listen, my mom, I remember we went to the pediatrician. She was like, give her a pregnancy test. I think that she's whoring around. And I'm like, no, it's just boys don't wash their hands. And that's about it. So there it is.
Wow.
This is a challenge.
Boy, I hope my
Wow.
mom
Yes.
does not watch this at all.
I think what we have here is a pretty classic cool kid with 1 or 2 glaring issues. I think with 1 or 2 things that cannot be ignored.
Yeah.
I think. So I do think pretty classic cool kid in many, many ways. I think we have to deduct a full grade for improv at a mall.
Yeah.
So Fist of Funk, I think was ultimately your undoing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But up until that, I think you were an A. But
Yeah.
sorry.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be a B for me.
Okay.
Fist of Funk. Even also the image, the fist in the star.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Is absolutely.
We had a
wild.
10-year-old in the group, and he did Austin Powers impressions. That was all he did.
Oh.
Okay, and I'll stand by it.
Yes.
I also, solid B.
All right.
Same, Fist of Funk. I can just picture myself leaving the mall with a stolen coat going, who are these nerds?
They're making it easier for me to steal because they're doing improv.
Yes, and. Yeah. A Gap sweater.
I have a suggestion. Everybody turn around. Look the other
God.
way.
I don't know if you would have wanted to be considered cool. Like you seem like you know.
I think I did, but then it was just
Okay, great,
like.
because I gave you an A-.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with your summation, but then my grade went here versus down one with that. Yeah, I agree. So, yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I want to apologize to my mother for all of this and my father.
Okay, that means with a cool GPA of 4.0, Mamrie is our winner today. And you will be memorialized in a special yearbook photo on @Mythical social channels, and you will be named most likely to be coolest.
Oh, a real one. Please don't cut off my butt in the photo.
Thanks to our crew, and special thanks to Mamrie for letting us embarrass you today. You can grab her first cookbook, All I Think About Is Food, a vegetarian cookbook that'll keep the party going, is out on April 29th.
Woohoo!
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.
Check out Emily, Have You Seen This? On mythicalsociety.com.